I want to right now. You are the place, my only home. Yeah, just like the flowers that bloom and fall with me over and over again. Well, I'm barely breathing and breathing to the ground, but each and every time we all stand up. Stop like to yourself and me, true to yourself, and that might be we forget exist destiny. So let's shout it out. You must feel alone, but I'm right by your side. Yeah, just like the flowers that bloom and fall, the beat over and over again. Keep the flame alive. I want to see you here right now. You are the place, my only home. I know, I know, I know. Yeah, we can one day. We spread like flowers in that day. No matter where I'm by your side. I know, I know, I know. You and I, let's fly the soul that we're together. Can't feel my habit, so take my hand to them tomorrow. Don't drop back a lot of me, you give me strength and give me play. To take the darkness, let's fall yeah, in love. Sparks just like Hibana. Light up like Hibana.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
think Hoodle senses an owl around here.
In a bind? Dazzling spin! I'm not done!
Look shot! These ones can run rings around us! Time to shine!
No escape!
Look shot!
Dazzling spin! Damn it! It's too fast! Stand back! I'll trip it up! Take this! Dragon Swarm! I can carve through armor! Dragon Swarm!
Make it rain! It's over! Astral energy! Full throttle! Go!
You require
This one's mine!
Rondo!
Cyan instant! Heal force! Raising
No further!
Press! Magic is there! In here!
Look sharp!
Now! Perfect move!
Well then, let's keep moving.
I see plenty of ruins around here, too. It must have been a big town bustling with people back in the day.
For Crown Contest participants, places such as these are but vectors for the astral energy they pursue. Similar to that windmill, for instance.
You're mine! Dragon Swarm! I owe you one! Dragon Swarm! Orochi's Fury!
Look shot! It's like trying to keep up with a wall!
Raining Blast!
Take
it! Dragon Swarm!
Going in!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah!
And the pummeling to me!
I'll be saving this one! Time to shine! Feel! Burning!
Plasma Shot! Searing Gale!
I'll heal you
We
all!
did my turn!
Ground and Thunder Field!
You're finished!
Healing Circle! More where that came from! Back into the fray!
I owe you one!
Don't get complacent.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Now we're not.
Can't get out of this!
Reload! Watch and this one's mine! It's a duel of the eye! Going in
Flying freaks!
What did they just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Burn! We did it!
Transform! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Worse.
Do you think this is one of the places where the Dark Wings and Almadria fought?
I wouldn't be so sure. This place appears more ravaged by time than combat. Even if there are signs of destruction, it would likely have taken place during the Great Conquest of 300 years prior.
And ever since, it's been a breeding ground for Zeugles, I guess.
Everything looks fine with the lure. Alright, let's do this. There we go. Boy, that's a bit of a letdown.
Nice work!
There's a nice breeze here. Everything looks fine with the lure. Alright, let's do this. Alright! I'll get you next time. Reel it in. I'll catch something bigger next time.
You take your fishing pretty seriously.
Time to try a different spot. I've got a good feeling about this one. I did it! But I'm not gonna quit now.
Remarkable. You're top of the food chain.
There we go. Anybody could reel in that.
Guess it's important to stay calm.
There we go. Boy, that's a bit of a letdown.
Looks like a pretty energetic fish.
Ha! I've got something. Good fishers always keep their cool. There we go. That was disappointing. There we go. That was disappointing. Ha! All right, once more from the top. I've got something. Good fishers always keep their cool. All right. Boy, that's a bit of a letdown.
Maybe you could keep it as a pet.
There we go. gotta know when to quit. Time to try a different spot. All right. That was disappointing. There we go. That's not a fish I see often.
So what's it to be? Grilled or broiled?
You guys want to rest here?
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
I hope we manage to catch Almadria soon.
I hope so too, before she can cause any more havoc.
You okay, Rinwell?
Oh, yeah.
Don't push yourself too hard now, okay?
Okay. Thanks. Oh, Hootle. I don't know what to do. Easy peasy. I knew I could handle it. This ice cream tastes so good.
I swear, you're always having ice cream, even when it's freezing cold out.
And who made you the food police?
No one. I'm just saying that's a lot of ice cream. Don't you ever, throw up or anything?
Did you really just say that? Try thinking before you talk.
Huh? What do you mean? All I'm saying is I'm just a little worried about you, okay?
Well, don't be. I can have ice cream whenever I want.
You say that, but you know what's gonna happen if you keep eating ice cream all the time.
It's none of your business what I eat or how often.
Arguing over the consumption of a frozen dairy product. Ah, to be young.
Naive might be more accurate.
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? You worried about what's going on with Menancia?
What makes you think that?
Well, you were speaking to Kisara earlier, weren't you?
It's rude to listen in on others, you know.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you two were actually talking about, though. I just figured it was Menancia since it was the two of you.
I am but a former lord who has abandoned his post. I'm no longer in a position to lead the realm in any capacity whatsoever. Yet Kisara still seeks out my opinions, knowing full well that is the case. This despite the fact I am no longer her master either.
Couldn't it be precisely because you're not her master anymore? It's natural for friends to want to hear each other's opinions.
I hadn't considered that possibility.
It's funny what you miss sometimes.
Hardly uncommon among artistic types such as myself. When lordships are decided based solely on one's astral energy, it can lead to funny results.
But even so, you still took your job as lord seriously, didn't you?
Certainly. I learned to perform my functions. However, I was less interested in ruling, so much as avoiding life and death decisions. Of course, such a mentality in the end led only to sickening pain and death taking place elsewhere out of sight. I pretended not to see or hear any of it, content to let our supposed peace and equality keep me blind and deaf to reality. I was a fool.
But you're making amends.
I would like to think so. The path ahead is dark, yet I still walk on. I merely pray that I shan't fall down any holes along the way. We'd best get ready for tomorrow. Shall we get moving?
A dead end?
No, there's an elevator. Looks operational.
I can't believe there's actually an underground harbor here. There are even boats docked.
I only see Danans. Think they were forced to work here?
Probably. Let's see what they have to share about Almadria. That food there looks pretty tasty.
Yep, we can fix that new recipe with it.
I eagerly await the final result.
You didn't happen to see a lord come by, did you?
Sorry, friend, but she just left. Came by with a whole posse of underlings, boarded her ship, and took off at first wind. We damn near got blown away. She was that much in a hurry.
Damn! So we missed her!
You guys trying to go after her? Need a ride?
Are you saying you know how to steer a ship?
Spent most of my life chained to the deck of some ship or other. Yeah, I know my jib from my boom.
We don't know how dangerous it'll be. Better you give us the boat and stay on solid ground.
Whoa there! You been out on the water before? The sea ain't nobody's friend, you know. You need a sea dog like me or you'll sink her before she makes it out the harbor.
We're losing time. Sir, we're in your debt.
Now that's more like it. Name's Mahavar. Just give me a holler when you're all set and we'll set sail. This is like a dream come true. Never gotten to captain a ship before. Never would have thought I'd get a chance like this. Thank you, y'all.
The pleasure's all ours. Think we'll catch up to her?
Course we will. They got too much weight on them. Meanwhile, this ship's carrying nothing but us salty scalawags. They got a good head start on us, but we can take them.
Do you know if there are any Danans on that ship?
Couldn't say for sure. On the one hand, seeing as it's supposed to be something of another castle, I'd reckon they probably wouldn't let a bunch of Danans on board. On the other hand, I'd be real surprised if the Renans were able to pilot that thing all by themselves. In any case, it's gonna be a while before we reach her. Till then, you're all free to do whatever. Just don't fall in the ocean.
I know Mahavar said we could take it easy, but there's not exactly a lot to do on this boat. I guess I'll check in on everyone and see how they're holding up.
Do you think Law is okay?
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him too. I should apologize to all of you, really.
Us too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we'd prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell. So what if you had something to hide? It doesn't undo the good that you've done, or the people that you've helped save along the way.
But that's not what I mean.
I know. You're talking about Almadria, right?
Yeah. I hate her, Alphen. I can't stop hating her. Even just thinking about her makes my head feel like it's going to explode. But it's not just her. I think about the way Law looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renans I had to travel alongside. And yet, Cislodius Danans backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Sar has people like Deadeye. But then there are people like Law and Shion. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
Law never said that you had to forgive Almadria. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer. But
But what?
Law left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well, I think Law spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabel didn't make any of those feelings go away. Law let revenge fuel him, and I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to Almadria when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Shion mad. I don't know, though. Maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels. Do you know why she gets like that?
Shion's... She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from? I wonder how it feels, not being able to hold another person's hand.
Lean much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almadria's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cyslodia. The lush green glades of Menancia. The harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its Lake of Death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually managed to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Danans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Danans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Danans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shion.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dana. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shion?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
look so good. You all right?
The floor. It keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for Almeidrea were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niez was improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadheim?
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renan rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renans for the sake of the Danans. But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Danans like Deadheim.
It used to be that the Danans were the ones in the right, and the Renans were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renans ruling over us. But nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadheim for a moment, you may be able to free the Danan people, but that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almeidrea did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renans invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Danans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadheim's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Beifong tell it, Deadheim wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Megal, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, many people still do. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Shion.
I'm not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renans and Danans do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just give me a wide berth for a few minutes?
Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almadria?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegus.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegus. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved. Perhaps they see what's been happening as just part of the ongoing crown contest.
Even what Almadria did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, the crown contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almadria do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Rena really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almadria resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully say I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Danans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Sar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Danan versus Renan. There is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
I took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different though. I'm not sure just how to put it. It's almost as if it just goes on forever. I bet my old man would have been blown away by this view.
Yeah.
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently. If there was something I could have done. But no matter how much I play it back, I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almadria, but was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks, Alphen.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almadria. I'll ask Mahavar.
Look who's up! Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear? Worry not. For you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almadria.
Xian.
Now that's what I call a ship!
Yeah. The biggest one in all of Mahagsar. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, Kelzelik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
We don't know that she was only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almadria plans to do from here on out, now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong, yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide. No one who can smile like that while doing what she did deserves to roam free.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute. That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsef when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought I was a goner.
Balsef's brute strength was in a league all its own, yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Danon in origin.
Shion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half. Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more. That's why I go on fighting.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything. Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Here I come! Dragon Swarm! Time to make it rain!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I'm practically unstoppable.
Out of my way!
I see one, eh?
Power won't save you!
My shield? I owe you one.
By the power of thy own breath! Watch for their ranged attack! I owe you one.
Fire in the port! Fire in the
None
It's over!
The fort!
I'm not done!
Make it rain!
Take
Astral energy!
Say no more!
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
Where's evil? Forward to thine own Freeze Lancer!
Do it! Here I come! Falling storm!
Here goes! Spread! Flame of Fury!
Burning Fury!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
Flame!
Freeze Lancer!
Plasma Shock!
On guard!
Take this! Dragon
Raging
Swarm!
Cascade! Do it! Spread!
Chisara! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone!
I'm ready for the next battle! That went well.
Are you okay? You're not too tired, are you?
Nope, I'm fine. Let's keep moving.
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And pummel to me!
This one's mine!
Go on! Burn! Make it rain! River!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Here, let me help. Shock! First aid! Thunder field!
Dragon Swarm!
Dance to the wind! In here!
It's
Here's
over!
their roar!
Orochi
Destroy
Combat!
darkness! Searing
This
flame!
one's beyond! Plenty left!
Divine streak! Haha! Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Vanquish darkness! Going in!
Water!
Here I come!
I'm not done! Dragon Swarm! Burn it hell!
Hearing flame of fury!
Make it rain! River!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
You managed to pull through.
Tiger Blade! You'll pay for what you did!
Dragon Swarm! It's over!
Dance in the wind!
Take this!
Sweet knowledge! More for the stockpile!
Take this! No escape!
Thunder field! By the power of water! More where that came from! Mega ray!
My turn!
Lightning and death!
Farm through!
Falling storm!
Take this!
Piercing roar! I need to be stronger. Get lost!
You're mine! Now you'll burn! Go down! Tiger Blade! Prepare to be sealed!
Falling to thy death!
They really don't give up, do they?
Here, let me help.
Can't get out of this! Take this! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Crescent move! Dance to the wind! Go!
Front!
And again! In here! This one's mine! I'll be saving this one! Here I go!
Take this!
Take
this! Take this! You're finished!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
I won't forgive you!
The rebel! Stop them! Take this! Drag it out! Rosie Fury!
Concentration!
I'm going in! Got you now!
Denied!
No escape! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Buffalo! Purge malevolence! Hear me! Our flame is burning! Piercing warmer!
Dragon Swarm!
That's better! This one's mine!
Plasma Shock! You're mine! Dragon Swarm!
Flaming meteor!
In a bind!
Freeze laser!
This one's mine! Here I come! Burn!
Here's a healing!
Look sharp!
It's weakened!
This ends now!
This one's mine! Dragon!
Dragon Swarm!
More with that! This one's where are you going? My acid! Thunder Blade! Mega Ray!
Take this!
Annihilate!
Easy!
Attack time! Burning! Shining! Water!
Discard!
Discard! Keep now! This one's mine! My watch!
Eat this!
Look out!
I'll smash you!
I'll make it rain!
Take that! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Buffalo!
Onward and upward. Never seen anything like it.
It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Maybe where you're from, but this is new to me.
It might go in an elevator somewhere. We should test it out.
Is this a joke?
Dragon form! Plasma shock!
Annihilation!
Take this! Dragon form! Prepare to be seen! We got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
The enemy wields on.
All yours! Sonic thrust! Dragon form! Here I come! You're finished! Dragon form! My turn! Thrust! Luna Rondo! Take this! Take this! Blue escape!
I'm on a roll! Here, let me help.
Take this!
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat. Get lost!
Here I come! You got Dragon form!
This
Take
one's
this!
mine!
Plasma shock! I won't show you any mercy!
This
Sonic
one's mine!
thrust!
Going in! Here's a hit!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me help! This one's mine!
First aid!
Down!
You're all hurt! Lunar corruption! By the power of one! Take that!
Take this!
Raise you up!
Dragon swarm!
Sleep now!
Plasma shock!
I'll be saving this one! A new lease on life!
Searing gale!
Look sharp!
I'm not done!
Healing circle! Thunder blade!
Their arcs were interrupted!
Lunar corruption!
Here I come!
Lightning
In a
orb!
bind?
Raging
This one's
cascade!
mine.
Reload! Dance in the wind!
Take
this! Sleep now! I'm out of arrows! Going in!
Discharge!
Searing gale!
More with that laser ray! Magic advance!
You're mine!
Look sharp!
Blue escape!
Discharge!
Ignite! Here I come! I'm not done! Dragon form!
Look sharp!
Plasma shock!
By the power of
This one's mine!
Pierce
Here's a
through!
healing orb! Better!
Flamer meteor!
Lightning orb!
Take this!
Lunar
Blue
corruption!
escape!
By the power of Lightning supernova!
Here, let me help!
A charge like that could easily be
Far
fatal.
enough! Just as well, I'm here to stop!
Don't get in my way!
Look sharp!
Lunar corruption!
Prepare to be
Lunar
seen!
blast!
An outstanding effect!
Here's a healing
Try
orb!
harder!
I don't feel so hot.
I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this! Deus Roar! Okay, better!
Blue escape!
Thanks, Tion.
Raging cascade!
Sonic thrust!
Going in!
Astral Arts?
That's my cue!
Flaming meteor!
Shut him down! I'm not done!
There!
Lightning!
Infernal turret! Here I come!
Raging cascade! Come on!
I can't you have to hold on!
I owe you one! Here I come! Strike!
Lunar corruption! I can't!
This one, nothing gets by me!
I'll bring you back from death to
Look
this.
sharp!
Just what the doctor ordered!
Make it rain!
Thrust down!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Does anyone else think this may... to be just a bit too tough for us? This'll make us even more formidable.
I'm not done!
Take this! This one's mine!
Take this! I'm not done!
This one's mine!
Take this! Dragon Swarm! I'm not done! No escape!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And follow it to me!
Where are you going?
You're finished! No escape! It's over! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Now!
I got carved through armor!
It's over!
Going in!
I'm not feeling so great.
This one's mine!
You're on! Orochi
Going in!
Fury!
Appreciate the help!
Take this!
Flaming meteor!
You're finished! You're mine!
Any injuries?
These don't seem like your run-of-the-mill Zeugles the Renans usually keep around.
Indeed. I believe it's safe to assume these were used in her experiments.
They certainly look as twisted as her.
Even here.
I remember seeing instruments just like this back in Estaluva Forest.
It looks and smells like some kind of medicine.
Whatever this place was used for, I doubt it was anything of repute.
Devil! Stop that! Strike!
Take my revenge on you!
Mind freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
I can carve through armor!
My shield? We're not finished! Dragon Form! Struck! Dragon Form!
Make it rain! Astral energy!
Say no more.
Lightning meteor! Lunar eruption! Take that!
Dragon Form!
Magic is there! Wait now!
Take this! Dragon
Water
Form!
astral energy! Eruption!
Struck!
Lunar
Dragon Form!
Do it!
Kisara!
Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Cyclone! Dance in the wind! Lightning! This one's mine!
You're finished!
This one is mine!
Shattering
In here! Defense!
Now you see what I can do!
By the power of one! None of your dreams!
You won't make a fool of me! Dragon
This
Form!
one's mine! Round and
Elusive
toe!
Fury!
Giant instant! Where would that came from?
On your
Raging
knees! You're
cascade!
mine!
Speed!
I'll teach you respect!
Photon dance in the wind! In here, hero!
You picked the wrong fight!
This one's
You're mine! Dragon
Lightning
Form!
orb!
Elusive Fury!
Going in! Raging cascade!
Make it rain! Kisara!
Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Cyclone!
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
What is that huge flower-looking thing up there? Is that the ship's engine?
Indubitably. As one might expect, large ships require large engines in order to sail.
And if we destroyed it?
We might well sink the ship. Who knows if we would be able to escape before that happens.
Almadria sure has been busy since the contest began.
This isn't Almadria's doing.
You mean she didn't build this?
The body, yes. However, my guess is that the engine comes from a starship.
A starship? As in one of those vessels used to go to and from Lenegis?
Correct. The technology employed on Lenegis and in starships is more advanced than anything in our daily lives. Almadria may be resourceful, but she could never produce an engine like this on her own.
You mean to tell me we've got even bigger enemies waiting for us up in the sky? My head hurts just thinking about it.
Don't worry about that for now. Just focus on taking care of Almadria. What's this thing?
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Engaging! Anything in order is all right! Take this! Strike! Fall back! On guard! Take down their defense! Support!
Going in! Ready!
Take this!
Watch and
Make it rain! Mission!
Watch and sweep!
It's almost too strong! It'll split it open! Be my guest!
Going in! On guard!
Wind!
Make it rain! Wind Astrolabe! Going in!
Rising Thunder! Void Blast! You're on! Dragon Form!
Watch and sweep! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Everyone hanging in there?
That's far enough!
No further!
It's here!
Reload!
Reload! Here I go! Do it!
Blending Blast! Be still! Rising Falcon! Pierce through! Try this! Blending Blast!
This one's mine!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah? And pummeling to me!
Make it rain!
Look sharp! Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat. Let's dispose of the trash.
Bring up the armor!
Confiscated!
Take this!
So much for talking it out.
Do it! Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
A freezing
You're mine!
Raging cascade! Punch it! Air thrust!
Let's refrain from losing.
I see what happened! You can't get out of this! Go in! Orochi Fury!
I'm the truth, get out here!
For my lord!
Now, here I go!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Freezing waterfall! I see it! Lord of the South Tide!
Orochi now!
Destruction!
Eternal devastation!
Going in!
I'll smash you! Dragon
Going in! This one's mine!
Hold nothing back!
This one's mine!
Demon Fang! Prepare to be sealed! Demon Fang! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Look sharp! Where are you going?
Rising Phoenix!
None shall escape my judgment!
Die!
Ray! This one's mine!
You're mine!
More
Rising Falcon!
Air thrust!
Lightning Thrust!
None shall
Kisana! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Onward and upward. Right, here you go! Now you'll learn! Listen to it! Here I come! Sword Lane Alpha!
Freeze Lancer! Raging Cascade!
Pesky airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for you truly!
Blending Blast! Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Light after
We're not finished!
Sleep now.
On guard!
I'll be through with this one.
An outstanding
Lunar corruption!
Give me a shield! Make it rain! This one's mine!
Any injuries?
Looks like some solid equipment. Little help!
Can't get out of this!
Spirit flame! Reload!
Going in!
Into the side! Hold down! Concentration! Annihilation! Back into the fray!
Take this!
Going in! With darkness!
This one's mine!
Annihilation! Lightning!
Look sharp!
Sonic throw!
Make it rain!
It's time!
This one's mine! I feel sprightlier than before.
Right, here goes!
Not on my watch!
Water! Double Can't get out of this!
Forward that kick!
We're not finished!
Round and pound! Fall into thine own
Here I go!
Double demon fang! Coyote one! This should do it! Take this!
Now!
Seven shield!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Seems about right to me.
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
can hide it from me? Amazing! Got you now!
Waterfall!
Rising light!
Now you see what I can do!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Here, let me help.
That should do it! Do as I say!
Lunar corruption!
Orochi's Fury!
I got you!
On your knees! Destruction!
Rinwell! It's nothing. I'm alright.
Dragon Swarm!
Will this help?
Cork back!
Meteor! Healing circle! Waterfall! Freeze Lancer! Dance in the wind!
Sword Rain Alpha! On your knees! Away!
Ready and
Healing circle! Nail!
Now you see what I can do! Look sharp!
Take this! Power Blade!
I'll be saving this one.
Look sharp! Round and
Come quietly!
I'll heal you all. Photon flash!
On guard!
This one's mine.
Double Demon Blade!
Will this help?
Double Blade!
I'll be saving healing circle.
Say no!
Waterfall!
Take
Freeze
that!
Lancer!
Take this!
Their arcs were interrupted!
Sword Rain Alpha! Blow away!
It's here! Discharge!
Take this!
Take this!
Double Demon Fang!
By the
I can carve through one!
better!
This one's mine!
Sonic Thrust! Blending Slash!
On guard!
This
Sword Rain Alpha! Raining
I
Slash!
can do this all day!
Going in!
Instant!
Strike!
On guard!
Mirage! Dragon Swarm!
Look sharp now!
I'll be
guard.
saving this
Dragon
one!
Swarm!
Hydration!
Crush!
Look sharp! Round and pound!
Freeze Lancer!
This
Denied!
one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for! Get behind me!
Got it! Leave it to you! Rising Falcon! This should do it!
Freeze Lancer! I'll fix you up! Recover!
I owe you
On
one!
guard! Round and
It's too much!
going in!
Here I come! No escape!
Appreciate the help!
I'll be
Mirage! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
These bad guys really don't mess around.
She sure spared no expense on her castle.
This must be...
The captain's quarters. The presence of the spirit vessel and the sheer extravagance on display can leave no doubt.
There's no one here.
Yeah, but I doubt she's out for a moonlight stroll. You think she jumped ship and ran away again?
I doubt it. The conniving witch is probably up to something.
Agreed. In any case, as long as she hasn't suddenly sprouted wings, she has to be somewhere on the ship. Let's keep looking. way this key's been placed. It's like she's daring us to come find her.
Yeah, like it's all some damn game to her.
What's wrong, sweetie? Is something scaring you?
Maybe he just doesn't like being in her room.
I think there's more to it than that. What could it be?
Is this the ship's cargo? What a pain. I can't see anything past all this stuff.
Be on your guard. For all we know, there could be something hiding around here.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Go Make it rain! Then I'll split it open!
Be my guest!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Those flying creatures are a real pain in the butt!
The enemy wields Arc too.
You'll soon see about that!
Take this! Eternal devastation! I owe you one.
Look sharp! Don't touch it! This one's mine! This one!
Demon Fang!
It's weakened!
This ends now! Demon Fang! Swallow
Look sharp!
I owe you one.
This one
Blade! Cover and win! You're mine!
I'll heal you all!
Open! Can't get out of this! Igneous! Swallow blade!
Going in!
Blew away! It's time for the station!
Sleep now.
Dragon form!
Here goes! More with that Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
This should do it!
Here, let me help. Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Cover the capture!
Rising water!
Waving meteor!
Rising phoenix!
Waterfall! Sleep now.
Double demon back!
Dance in the wind now!
Thrust! Totally! In an instant! Impact thrust!
You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to be, in this world.
Don't worry, I've got your back.
Just have to go back and check.
I wonder if we can use this.
If Almadria's not in her own room, just where the hell is she?
It's possible she may be on the bridge, but I would guess that she's waiting for us elsewhere on the ship.
Which means she's most likely chosen a place where she'll have the advantage in a fight.
Be careful, guys. I came from an entire family of Danon mages, and that woman murdered all of them. All on her own. I hate to say it, but she's an incredibly powerful astral artist.
We already know she specializes in controlling wind astral energy. But on top of that, she might try to sick that monster on us again, too.
Right. To that woman, life itself is just a toy for her to play with. Let's make sure we put an end to it. One last place to look. Straight ahead.
Almadria.
There she is! Almadria!
But all alone? Watch yourselves. She's probably planning something.
I was getting rather tired of waiting around. Oh my, and I see you came along as well, Danon Witch.
Almadria.
What's this? I thought you couldn't stand the sight of me. Go on, little one. Show me the full force of that hatred of yours. Otherwise, run and hide like the rat you are.
That's enough! How can you smile while causing pain to so many others?
That is the way of those who possess great power. The very way we Renans live by. Those with power set the example, and those without it are forced to obey. Though you two seem to have forgotten that's the way these things work.
And you really think that justifies your actions? You turned all those people into a hollowed sea!
What foolishness. It's only natural that the fate of a slave differ from that of its owner. Very well, I admit I did fan the flames just a tad back in Niez. But it wouldn't have mattered in the slightest if there hadn't been a spark to ignite. Without it, my actions would have been fruitless. Ultimately, it was their very own burning hatred that laid them to waste. To say it was all my fault is simply laying blame at the wrong feet.
No one's perfect. We all have darkness in our hearts. But the atrocities that you've committed, they're unthinkable! Your heart is nothing but darkness!
What a fool! To think time and time again you would challenge Renan authority without so much as an inkling of how things actually work. Such ignorance is why your kind has been enslaved for 300 years.
Almadria.
Well, if it isn't Lord Dohalim.
These people are my allies and friends. I won't let you insult them so.
My, what a shock. I never would have expected you to claim mere slaves as your companions. If I didn't know any better, I would question your noble lineage. Oh, how far the mighty have fallen. A traitor such as yourself hardly deserves to be called a lord.
You are nothing compared to Dohalim.
Rinwell.
He would never stand by and laugh. His people hollowed!
Ha! What does it matter? You're descended from those who allowed the power and knowledge entrusted to them to wither away. Your pitiful family may have feared it, but I do not. That knowledge and power is all mine to command. And now, you will witness what that power's truly capable of! Nesmold! Enjoy your meal! Such sad eyes, child. Let me reunite you with your parents.
Shut up! I'm gonna take you down if it's the very last thing I do!
That's right. Loathe me. Every step brings you closer to being me!
You're wrong! You're wrong! I'm nothing like you!
Armor won't save you! Not now, not ever! Here I come!
May 1,000
Danger
heroes
storm! Demon attack! Double demon ray!
On guard! Here's a healing art!
Listen to it!
God!
Going in!
Take this!
I'll heal you all!
Raining slack!
Thunder Beam, not in your dreams!
Yeah, thanks!
Thunder
Fool!
Primed and ready to handle Mega Ray! This one's on! Searing Flame! Reload! Hurricane Strike!
Time to let it rip!
Divine Streak! None shall escape my judgment! I never miss!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Look sharp! Mega Ray! Downfall!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Not today!
Ready! Stay away!
Take this!
This one's mine! Here, let me help!
What's she doing now?
She's infusing her beast with more power.
Get ready! Let me help! Hurricane
I owe you one!
Down! You're on!
You're finished!
Hurricane Strike!
Take this!
Going in!
It's over!
Here, let me help!
Denied!
You're brimming with hatred.
Raging Storm! This works! None shall escape my judgment! Hurricane Strike! Take that! Here's a healing
Power Blade!
Stay away!
You may be strong, but I'll never back down!
I can Come on! You have
Dragon Form!
Lightning Strike!
Orochi Fury! You're mine!
More with that Magic Attack! Thunderblade! Hurricane Strike!
Lightning strike!
This one's all mine!
Here I go! Got me! Arrow Squall! This one's mine!
Dragon Form!
Here I go! Help this!
Can't get out of this!
Raging Storm! Ready! Astral Energy!
Say no more!
You're mine!
They're attacking separately!
I can't land a hit on him!
Keep an eye on her, and take out the monster first.
She's no stranger to astral arts.
I can take care of that.
Yeah! Take it away!
The earth throbs in pain.
Magic Attack! Freeze Lancer! I'll heal you all! We're and ready!
It's on!
That looks bad.
Wits about you, people!
Burn in hell!
One more with that kid! Where are you going? Lightning Condemned! Thunderblade!
Take this!
Will this help?
You're finished! No further!
Going in! The winds of judgment blow your way! Fall the thrill-catching calamity! Chaotic disaster!
I'll be saving this one!
So that's the trick up her sleeve.
Your astral arts aren't so special. And now, they're mine! I was overconfident.
You'll pay for that!
Hurricane Strike! Ready to go! Shut your eye and run!
Try harder!
Healing circle!
There!
I'll bring you back from death to base! Raging Temptation! Here's a healing art!
Double demon! Bang!
I'm ready to go. Leave me all alone.
Back from death's abyss.
If it's in, I can't heal you forever.
Here, let me help. Raging Art Steel! Tunnel!
Here I come! I'm not done! Azure Storm!
This one's mine!
Stop!
Here's the healing art! Air
Here I come! I'm not try harder! Now!
Thunder Blade! Here's just how strong my arts really are!
Guardian
Take it! You're finished! Take this!
Hurricane Strike! Glacial Spear! Here's evil! One alone!
This should do it! Stay away from my friend!
Back from death's abyss!
Right.
I'll bring you
Azure
back from
Storm!
death's abyss! Resuscitation! Will this help? Here's a healing art! First aid! It's the wind! In here! Into the water! Lightning!
You're mine!
Here's a healing art!
Try harder! Not
Here
a chance!
goes!
I'm not done!
I never magic is in! Freeze Lancer! I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
You're mine!
Behold my true power.
Here's a healing art!
Her master core.
Not while I'm around, she isn't! It's away! Lunar
It's
Corruption!
on!
Radiant! Silver Blast!
I'm not done!
Hurricane Strike!
Ridwell!
I'll never forgive you!
What?
I'll take you down! I'll end you! Astral Energy!
Say no more!
You murdered my mother and father. But I'm not like you.
Rinwell.
Even now, I hate you. But here I am, unable to let go. Honestly, even if I took my hatred out on you here and now, it wouldn't make me feel any better in the long run. I realize that now. So, I won't kill you. I'll take you in and make damn sure justice is served the right way.
You would dare mock me with your foolish, useless pity? A Danon, nothing more than a mere slave. I won't allow you to...
It's not about what you think. Or being Danon or Renan. Because you'll atone for the crimes you committed. And that's all.
It's that swordsman again. Oh, Lord Volron, what brings you here? No, forgive me. I've forgotten myself. Please allow me to make it up to you, my lord.
Silence now, wretched snake. Does it hurt? It should. That pain is proof you're still alive. Enjoy it.
Volron. Years ago, the Lord of Geneth Haros met a sudden death. His successor was a man by that very name, Volron.
And like a restless lover, I've come back for more.
Stop right there!
Think you can cut me down? What?
Wait, what just happened to him? Alvin! Say something! Let go of me! Let me go!
Xion!
Alvin!
Xion!
Alvin!
Come and find me, if you truly are the Sovereign. After all this time, I'll be free from this hell. I can finally go home. I doubt I'll ever see this place again. Might as well walk the block once more for old time's sake. As usual, nobody wants to explain anything to me. They just threaten and harass me instead. What is... Does everyone think I am? Some sort of talking pet? They're the ones that dragged me all the way up here in the first place. Bastards. I shouldn't have bothered coming out. Might as well head back to my room. I just wanted to go back. To Dana. To my home.
Alphen.
Leori.
Alphen. Live for me.
No. Leori. No! Wait, please. Wait, I... What was that? That... How long ago was that? That's right. Shion. Oh, right. That's what pain felt like. So much for it all being a bad dream. Where am I? Where is everyone? I need to find them. Better start looking.